Hello everybody, I'm Don with ESKnives.com. We're here to make practical videos for practical people. I'm also here at Lake Guntersville, North Alabama. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in March. Spring is here and we're just starting to feel good. And so we thought we'd just come out here and show you what this knife could do. A lot of times when people go out in the bush, and if you look on YouTube, you'll see a lot of knives, expensive knives being demonstrated. Well, we're here to show you that a good quality, inexpensive knife, like this ES Knives, what we call our Blackhawk Bowie, which is made by M-Tech. We're here to show you that this knife can do what the big fellas can, and many of us don't have a budget to afford a $100, $200, or $300 knife. This knife retails anywhere from $15 to $25, depending on where you buy it. And we at ES Knives, we have this for $15.95. Before we get started testing the knife, I'd like to give a little history of the Bowie knife. The Bowie knife became famous. A man named Jesse Cliff made a Bowie knife for Jim Bowie's brother. And there is a famous duel, and they call it the famous sandbar duel of 1827, where Jim Bowie was shot twice and he was knifed once, and he managed to kill Norris Wright in a duel. Jim Bowie brought his design to a man named James Black, and James Black is the one that took this design and made it famous. The reason that this design is so popular, the Bowie design, is because it makes a great axe. It's good for the field. You can chop with it, you can cook with it, and it makes a good knife to defend yourself. Now that we have described a little bit of the history of the knife, let's look at the knife itself. Alright, as I say, this is a knife you should be able to purchase anywhere from $15 to $25, depending when you buy it. ES Knives, they have this knife for $16.95. This knife is 14 inches overall. It has an 8 3/4 inch Teflon 440 stainless blade. It has 3/16-inch blade, and the tang goes well into the handle, so it's a very strong knife. It comes with a heavy webbed nylon sheath attached to your belt. One thing I really like about this knife, it has a nice handle and it has a good finger grip on it, so you can work with it and you don't have to worry about the blade twisting. And the Teflon coating is not only good looking, but it also serves a purpose of making, keeping your blade nice and clean, and keeping it from tarnishing or keeping it from rusting or pitting or anything like that. Now, as you can tell, I only have one arm. Alright, so we're going to put this knife through a series of tests so you can look at the durability and the things this knife can do. But to do that, I'm going to have my friend Alex. He's going to help because Alex has two arms. So let's get on with the testing. We have checked the knife and we have found out that it has a good utility edge. It won't shave your hair, but it does have a good edge, and we'll show you right now by cutting a piece of paper so you can see how well it cuts. So see, it will trim paper. So the only reason we're doing this is to show you that it does come out with a pretty good edge, and that there's no doubt that the factory edge is acceptable. Not that you might not want to put a different edge on it or put a better edge on it, but the edge that comes out of the factory is acceptable and will do the jobs that you need it to do. Let's try some chopping. Alex is going to chop this piece of wood that we found. It's a hard piece of wood. It's not rotten. So you guys can see it go through the wood. Okay, so it's gone through the wood with no problem, and we'll go do something else. We found this dead tree, and we're going to show you how to chop through the tree. Alex? As you can tell, we're not actually woodsmen, and we've not ever done this before, but we're doing the best we can with what we have. We just want you to be able to see that these knives can perform and they can do the jobs that you want them to do. And you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars. Alex is almost through the tree now. So I think you can tell that for most jobs that you're going to try to do, this knife will perform and will do what you want it to do. And you can tell that this is not just a old piece of wood that we're cutting through. It's a sturdy tree that has died, so we're not killing a new tree or a live tree. We're not known as tree killers. There we go. Look at that. I think that's pretty impressive for a $16 blade. Alright. Okay, there you go. We've cut down a tree, just like George Washington.